Welcome to the Redwick and Chiltern Hills Joint Line, a line that's situated somewhere between Reading and Banbury. The line is a fine place that served the good old Great Western Railway and is home to many engines from that bygone era. Here we see one now, Bucklebury Grange, on a local freight run with supplies to the works and... Oh, fuck! Damn it! What the hell? Ugh, that was a rough landing.
What the hell did you do this time?
Oh, hi Clark.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Buck. This is the 4th time in 2 months.
Wait, 4 times? In 2 months? That's almost a new record.
God damn it, Buck. Ugh. Mr. Stoddard is going to be pissed. Do you not remember that he had something you wanted to tell a few of us about tonight?
Buck gave him a sheepish smile.
You did this to get out of that meeting, didn't you, you fucking twat?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh, whatever. Not my problem. Now let's get your dumb ass back on the rails again.
After a lot of swearing and tinkling, the rescue team got the idiot Bucklebury Grange back on the rails. And after making sure he wasn't too damaged, they moved him down the line towards the railway's maintenance shed. Soon they arrived at the maintenance shed, which was a common place to find the Grange after his many mishaps. A workman was already waiting for them. Ah, great. What happened this time? Well, you see, there was this big branch on the tracks and...
He derailed himself to get away from work. Again.
I did no such thing! I see. Lazy get. Well, I guess we better look him over. Shouldn't take too long to get him fixed. Alright, vacation time!
Ugh. Whatever, dumbass. I'm gonna go do something useful. Like finger someone or something, I don't know.
And with that, Clark rolled away to relay the news to the other engines, hoping Mr. Stoddard wouldn't be too pissed. Later that evening, at the roundhouse, some of the engines had gathered to listen to their manager, Mr. Bradford Aaron Stoddard. Soon he arrived looking very happy, or hammered, one of the two. Good evening, bastards.
Sup, dickhead.
Well, as you're all probably aware, that idiot of a Grange is out of action for the time being, thanks to his little accident. So in order to keep up with the quota from British Railways, I've had to ask them to bring in another engine or two. I'm hoping to get them here by next month. The engines talked among themselves. What kind of engine, sir? I'm not too sure about that yet. I'm hoping to get some more mixed traffic steam engines into the mix, but British Railways are having talks about building newer and more powerful diesel locomotives that will be able to run on the main line. However, seeing as the diesels we have now are slow, unreliable, and kind of ugly, I doubt they'll be able to pull it off. No offense, Clark.
Some taken.
Diesels, as strong as steam engines, pull the other piston, mate.
Aye, it honestly feels like British Railways has got a serious problem against their steam engines or something.
I swear, things would be a lot easier if British Railways didn't always have their say in what happened on the railway. Mr. Stoddard went quiet and looked thoughtfully into the air. Sir, I want to let you guys in on a secret. But you have to promise me you won't tell anyone else, okay?
Fuck no.
No chance.
Never.
That's good enough for me. I have some big news for you guys.
Oh, I know. Did your daughter finally get away from the brothel, sir?
Mr. Start gave Clark the middle finger, then continued. Seeing as Buckleberry isn't here to screw things up, I feel it's only fair I tell you guys about my plans for the future of the line.
Your plans? Don't you mean BR's plans?
Not quite. As some of you remember, I inherited the position of railway manager from my father after he met his end during World War II. I wanted to achieve great things with the railway, but thanks to nationalization, my plans were thrown away. Oh yeah, the old duck branch. I remember you said the railway board shut you down because they thought it'd be a waste of money. Exactly, which is why I have decided that as of next month, my goal is to try to break away from British Railways and become a private railway once again. And of course, all of you are more than welcome to join me, as you have somewhat proven that you can be trusted. Well, most of the time. The engines looked at each other with a look of shock and joy.
But sir, how the bloody hell are you going to do that?
We know you're loaded, sir, but this railway and its engines must cost a fortune. Oh, I know that, and that's why I'm not going to be buying any of you at this present moment. That would raise suspicion, and I want to lay low for a while. Plus, I'm gonna need all the money I can get for this branch. Which is why I divorced my wife, because that bitch was high maintenance. But I will need your guys' help to show the public that we're more reliable than British Railways, so no more major accidents. He squinted his eyes. In other words, keep your eyes on Buckleberry.
We'll try, sir, but that engine is trouble.
Don't worry, sir. We'll do our best.
The sheds went silent for a short while. Then, out of nowhere, Gladys spoke up.
Ooh, so you're single now, are you, you saucy young mine? Why don't you come over here and give me a good old stoking? Ooh.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I'm not sure, Clark, but I think that's the universe telling me that I gotta get the fuck out of here! As Mr. Start made a beeline for his car, the engines talked among themselves.
So, if we actually pull this off, how long do you guys think it will take before we make him bankrupt?
3 days tops.
2 seconds.
6 months.
He's fucked.
Yeah, sounds about right.
The next morning, Riley was on banking duties at Colford Station. The hill shortly after was notorious for making even the strongest of engines stall, and therefore a banker was much needed, sometimes even two. While on break after banking up a heavy goods train, Ramsey pulled up next to him with a local passenger train to have a quick chat.
Hey up, lad. How's the banking doing you this morning?
Yeah, it's alright, I guess. I see you're on the local today.
That I am, mate. King Richard got the long straw today, it seems. I don't really mind, though. Some slow work does an engine good from time to time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Riley looked into the distance, seemingly zoning out.
You alright there, mate?
Oh, sorry. It's just the usual that comes with banking duties. Ungrateful pricks go up, I come back down.
I see. They still don't give you any gratitude for the effort you put in?
Nah, they just move along like the jackasses they are. Don't worry, I'm getting my own back against them.
Ramsey raised an eyebrow at this.
Is that so? Care to elaborate?
Riley smiled cheekily.
Well, whenever we get to the 1 in 50, whatever it is, I might ever so slightly ease off power a little so the bastard up in front has to work extra hard to not stall. So far, no one has caught on.
Why, you cheeky little bugger. Good on you, mate.
As the topic of banking died down, Ramsey looked around and noticed that they were alone. He lowered his voice and gave Riley a serious look.
So, about Mr. Starr's meeting last night.
Riley perked up at the sudden tone change.
Yeah, what about it?
Well, I was wondering, have any of the engines that pass through here asked about it? I mean, surely it would have raised suspicion.
As far as I know, no one else has questioned it. All they talk about really is gossip from down the line and what they think will be the next steam design. Let's just hope no one knows. If they find out, it's game over.
Game over for who? The engines almost jumped in surprise. While deep in conversation, they had failed to notice that King Richard, one of the line's flagship express locomotives, had pulled up to the station with the express from Reading.
Oh, hey King Richard. How goes it with the express?
Oh, it's just marvellous, my dear engine. Now then, you there, Tank?
Yes.
You said something about game over. What were you talking about exactly?
Oh, that. Oh, it was nothing special. Just,
Go on.
Just, talking about Stalin.
Stalin, the Soviet leader. What does he have to do with anything? As the conversation went on, Ramsay could tell that King Richard was getting more and more suspicious and decided to jump in before it got too out of hand.
Oh, don't pay him much mind, my dear fellow. This silly little tank engine is just rambling on about nonsense. Just ignore him.
Ha! Silly engine indeed. Now then, come on you. We have an express to get up the hill, if you'd please. Riley shot Ramsay a dirty look as he moved off to the front of the long train, and was secretly glad to be out of the hole he had dug for himself. As the evening approached, the sky went from a clear blue to a misty grey, and soft showers of rain fell from the sky. Down at the junction, 3 engines sat alone in a shed, pondering over the strange events that had transpired over the past few days.
And you're sure about this?
I am, my old friend. When I pulled into that station, they were definitely trying to be careful so no one would hear what they were talking about.
Really now? Did you manage to hear anything?
Only a little bit. I heard something along the lines of, if they find out, it's game over.
That is strange.
Very strange indeed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you say that some of the other chaps got kicked out of the roundhouse the other day?
Yeah, we did. That station master told us that Mr. Stard bloke needed the shed for the night. Though when we asked him why, he just told us it was none of our business and to shove off.
How very rude!
And very suspicious.
Indeed, old chaps. I don't trust him. He seems like he's up to something, and I'm sure British Railways won't be too pleased if he's planning something behind their back.
He might be, but for now we have no proof. If you ask me, it would probably be smart if we just kept tabs on those engines.
I second that. I say we lay low for now and wait. We need solid proof before we do anything that could put our line at risk.
All right then, we have a plan. I say that we get some rest, so that we can be in tip-top shape for work tomorrow. After all, we have to make British Railways proud of our efforts.
Yes, quite right. We are the front line of British Railways, and we have to prove we're worthy of that title. I bid you good night, gentlemen. And with that, the 3 engines slowly drifted off to sleep, none of them realizing that this was only the beginning of the storm that was brewing on their line.
Oh, 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 oh.